Nestled between Panama and Colombia, the Darien Gap is a vast and formidable expanse of untamed wilderness. This 100-mile stretch of dense rainforest, treacherous swamps, and rugged mountains marks a dramatic interruption in the Pan-American Highway. It stands as the only break in this legendary road that spans from Alaska to the southern tip of South America. The Darien Gap, however, is more than just a geographical oddity. It is a region of extraordinary biodiversity, home to indigenous cultures, and a perilous route for migrants seeking a better life. The terrain of the Darien Gap is as unforgiving as it is beautiful. Mountains rise abruptly from the rainforest floor, their slopes cloaked in dense vegetation. Rivers, swollen by torrential rains, carve their way through the jungle, creating a network of waterways navigable only by small boats. The dense canopy above limits sunlight penetration, creating a humid and dimly lit world below. This challenging environment has shaped the lives of the region's inhabitants, both human and animal, for millennia. The Darien Gap's inaccessibility has also made it a place of mystery and intrigue. It is a place where nature reigns supreme, largely untouched by the modern world. This isolation has allowed unique ecosystems to flourish and ancient cultures to endure. But this isolation also poses significant challenges, hindering development and making the region a haven for illegal activities. The Darien Gap is a land of stark contrasts. It is a place where breathtaking beauty coexists with inherent danger, where ancient traditions meet modern pressures. It is a crucial reminder of the power of nature and the importance of preserving Earth's last wild places. The Pan-American Highway, a marvel of engineering, stretches over 19,000 miles, connecting the Americas from north to south. It stands as a testament to human ambition and the desire to connect the world. However, there remains one crucial gap in this ambitious project: a 100-mile stretch of untamed wilderness that has thwarted engineers and adventurers alike. The Darien Gap. Building a road through the Darien Gap presents a formidable challenge. The terrain is unforgiving, with steep mountains, dense swamps, and fast-flowing rivers. Heavy rainfall for much of the year turns the ground into a muddy quagmire, making construction near impossible. The lack of infrastructure and the remoteness of the region further complicate matters, making transportation of materials and equipment a logistical nightmare. Beyond the logistical hurdles, there are significant environmental concerns. The Darien Gap is a biodiversity hotspot, home to a vast array of plant and animal life found nowhere else on Earth. Building a road through this sensitive ecosystem could have devastating consequences, leading to habitat fragmentation, deforestation, and the potential extinction of endangered species. The construction of a road through the Darien Gap also raises concerns for the indigenous communities that call this region home. The Embera and Wunan people have lived in the Darien for centuries, their way of life intrinsically linked to the forest. A road could bring unwanted development, disrupt their traditional practices, and threaten their cultural survival. Despite the challenges, the idea of completing the Pan-American Highway continues to resurface. Proponents argue that a road would boost economic development, facilitate trade, and improve connectivity between North and South America. However, the environmental and cultural costs may be too high a price to pay. The future of the Darien Gap remains uncertain, a delicate balancing act between development and preservation. The Darien Gap is a treasure trove of biodiversity, a living testament to the Earth's incredible capacity for life. This pristine wilderness is a melting pot of ecosystems, where Central and South American flora and fauna converge, creating a tapestry of life unmatched in its richness and diversity. The dense rainforest canopy teems with life. Howler monkeys call through the trees, their calls echoing through the humid air. Jaguars, elusive and powerful, stalk their prey through the undergrowth. Thousands of insect species, many yet to be scientifically classified, buzz and chirp, their vibrant colors a stark contrast to the green backdrop. The rivers and swamps of the Darien Gap are equally alive. Caimans lurk beneath the murky water, while giant otters, playful and social creatures, patrol the waterways. Fish of every shape and size dart through the currents, their scales shimmering in the dappled sunlight. Overhead, flocks of parrots and macaws, a riot of color against the blue sky, add their voices to the jungle symphony. The Darien Gap is also home to a remarkable diversity of plant life. Towering trees, their trunks covered in vines and epiphytes, reach for the sky, forming a dense canopy that blocks out the sun. Orchids, their delicate blooms a testament to nature's artistry, cling to branches, adding splashes of color to the verdant landscape. This rich biodiversity is not only a source of wonder, but also a crucial resource. The Darien Gap plays a vital role in regulating regional climate, purifying air and water, and providing essential ecosystem services. Preserving this natural treasure is crucial, not just for the species that call it home, but for the health of our planet. Section 4. Guardians of the Forest, Indigenous Peoples of the Darien. The Darien Gap is not only a haven for wildlife, but also home to indigenous communities who have lived in harmony with the forest for centuries. The Embera and Wunan people are the primary indigenous groups in the region, their lives deeply intertwined with the rhythms of the natural world. The Embera and Wunan have a profound understanding of the forest and its resources. Their traditional knowledge of medicinal plants, hunting techniques, and sustainable agricultural practices has allowed them to thrive in this challenging environment for generations. Their lives are governed by ancient traditions and a deep respect for nature, seeing themselves as caretakers of the forest rather than its exploiters. The Embera are known for their intricate basketry and wood carving, skills passed down through generations. They use natural dyes from plants and insects to create vibrant patterns that reflect their cultural heritage. The Wunan, on the other hand, are skilled canoe builders, crafting dugout canoes from the trunks of giant trees, using them for transportation and fishing. Despite their isolation, the indigenous communities of the Darien Gap face increasing pressure from the outside world. Deforestation, illegal mining, and drug trafficking threaten their way of life and the delicate balance of the ecosystem they depend upon. Preserving their cultural heritage and ensuring their right to self-determination is crucial for the future of the Darien. The indigenous people of the Darien Gap are the true guardians of this unique and fragile environment. Their traditional knowledge and deep connection to the forest hold valuable lessons for sustainable living and offer a different perspective on our relationship with the natural world. Section 5. A Perilous Passage. Migration through the Darien Gap. The Darien Gap, with its impenetrable jungles and lack of infrastructure, has become a perilous route for migrants seeking to reach North America. Driven by poverty, violence, and the hope for a better life, thousands of people from around the world risk their lives each year to make this dangerous journey. The journey through the Darien Gap is fraught with danger. The dense jungle is home to venomous snakes, jaguars, and other potentially dangerous wildlife. The terrain itself is treacherous, with steep mountains, fast-flowing rivers, and muddy swamps that can swallow a person whole. Many migrants succumb to the elements, succumbing to exhaustion, dehydration, or disease. Beyond the natural dangers, migrants face the constant threat of violence. Criminal gangs operate within the Darien Gap, preying on vulnerable travelers, robbing them of their possessions, and subjecting them to extortion, assault, and even human trafficking. The lack of law enforcement in the region makes it a haven for criminal activity, leaving migrants with little protection. Despite the risks, the flow of migrants through the Darien Gap continues. Economic hardship, political instability, and the lure of opportunity in North America drive people to undertake this perilous journey. Many are escaping desperate situations, willing to risk everything for a chance at a better future. The situation in the Darien Gap highlights the global migration crisis and the desperate measures people take to escape poverty and violence. Addressing the root causes of migration, such as inequality, conflict, and climate change, is crucial to providing safer alternatives to such dangerous journeys. Section 6. Shadows in the Jungle. The illicit economy of the Darien. The Darien Gap's remoteness and lack of governance have made it a haven for illegal activities, casting a dark shadow over this otherwise pristine environment. Drug trafficking, illegal mining, and logging operations thrive in the shadows of the jungle, exploiting the region's resources and fueling a cycle of violence and environmental degradation. The Darien Gap serves as a strategic corridor for drug trafficking routes, moving narcotics from South America to North America and beyond. The dense jungle provides cover for clandestine operations, making it difficult for law enforcement to patrol and control. The presence of armed groups involved in the drug trade further exacerbates the situation, creating an atmosphere of fear and instability. Illegal mining, particularly for gold, is another major concern. Unregulated mining operations pollute rivers with mercury and sediment, poisoning fish populations and jeopardizing the health of local communities. Deforestation caused by mining activities destroys habitats and contributes to soil erosion, degrading the very environment these communities rely upon. Illegal logging, driven by the demand for valuable tropical hardwoods, is stripping the Darien Gap of its precious trees. This unsustainable practice not only destroys habitats, but also contributes to climate change by releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. The loss of forest cover also increases the risk of landslides and flooding, further threatening the delicate ecological balance. Addressing these illegal activities requires a multifaceted approach. Strengthening law enforcement, promoting sustainable economic opportunities, and empowering local communities to protect their resources are crucial steps in combating the illicit economy that thrives in the shadows of the Darien Gap. Only through collaborative efforts can we hope to break the cycle of exploitation and preserve this valuable ecosystem for future generations.